This is Brett Livingston at Universal Nissan, Universal Hyundai. We want to talk about some things to look out for on pre-owned cars. Had a young man bring a car into our service department today, and he pointed to an area where the bumper was separated from the car and wanted to know if we could do something to help him with it. I want to point to that area right here, and you can see the big gap and the misalignment of the bumper here. If you look down here on the side, you see where the paint is peeling, which is just indicative of a poor paint job. Okay, the gentleman explained to me he had purchased a car about a week ago, and he just wanted to know what could be done to fix that. Now, I'm not going to expose the other dealer, the competing dealer that sold him the car, but he bought this at another dealership. Okay, probably got it because he got a great price on the car. As we looked a little bit further, I looked up on the front end of the car by the windshield, and I noticed this damage here. You can see where the window cowl is pulled away and the liner is missing from the windshield here, or the insulation. In fact, we'll go around to the other side and you'll see the exact same thing on the other side of the car. Again, you see the separation here and the missing liner here, or the missing insulation here. Then if you notice real closely, you notice all the rust on that bolt. I looked at the guy and says, listen, this car's been in a very bad crash. It certainly seems apparent to me. So I went inside and I pulled a Carfax, as well as I pulled an auto check for history on the car. And in fact, in May of 2015, this car was in a heavy front-end collision. In fact, the car was disabled and had to be towed away from the scene. That was information that the customer looked very surprised and wasn't aware of. Apparently, he didn't ask for a Carfax and the dealer didn't offer a Carfax. Here's the first thing I want to say. That alone, we would not have offered this car for sale at Universal Nissan or Universal Hyundai. We would have taken the car in trade. We'll take the car in trade, and this car would have went straight to the auction where a dealer could buy it and somebody else could sell it, but we don't want this car to be a retail car to one of our customers. So I looked a little bit further. If you look on this side, you see the bumper again. See all the separation? If you can get in close, you see all the separation in the bumper and the damage. I don't know if my camera will show it, but the paint job on this is horrible on this car, okay? And so whoever did the body work just didn't do a real good job. And what surprises me is that a dealer would sell the car. Customer did indicate the vehicle was purchased as is, no warranty. So I'm not gonna send them back to the other dealer to complain, because these are things the customer should have been aware of before they purchased the car, should have asked about, or maybe should have been pointed out to them. If you look under the hood, you notice all the rust on the bolts, all the bolts down there, even rust on the alternator. Okay, seems to me there's been a lot of water or something under the hood of this vehicle. Okay, you go all the way across, you just look, and folks, all I want to point out to you is these are some things to look out for in a pre-owned car. And one of the best ways to look out for that is to come to Universal Nissan and Universal Hyundai, where all of our cars go under a full inspection. And a vehicle like this, we wouldn't have even put the new tires on here that are on this car. We'd have just sent this car directly to the auction, because we don't want our name on this car when you come to buy a car. Because as a consumer, when you're buying a pre-owned or a used car, you want to buy a good, reliable used car. So come to Universal Nissan and Universal Hyundai, Universal Used Car Superstore Orlando, and get yourself a good used car.